Welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast, the world's leading authority on childcare marketing, mindset, expansion, and profitability. Each episode will feature interviews with the brightest minds in the childcare industry to guide you into becoming a smarter business leader. Our hosts have opened 10 schools while raising 5 children. They are certified business coaches and are the top-selling childcare business book authors of all time. This episode is sponsored by Childcare Genius Marketing. Let Childcare Genius Marketing help you get fully enrolled and fully staffed. Visit childcaregenius.com for more details. Let's welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast our hosts, Brian and Carol Duprey.
Welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast.
We're your hosts, Brian and Carol Duprey. We want to thank you so much for joining us today. We have a really neat episode planned for you. And our special guest today is Monica Howard. She's somebody that Carol and I have been personally coaching for over a year. She is one of our biggest success stories that we've had in Childcare Genius University. She's doing absolutely fantastic. She's going to come in and talk a little bit about some of her successes in the past year. Got a pretty cool announcement that we're going to be announcing during the podcast. But before we begin, just a reminder that tickets are on sale for our Childcare Genius Live Conference. And that is in Las Vegas, April 14th, 15th, and 16th of next year. It's for owners and directors. Owners are in one room, directors in the other, 2 different experiences. It is definitely the most advanced childcare conference in the world. You definitely want to go. Go to childcaregenius.com right now. Under the conference tab, you'll see Childcare Genius Live, and you can go ahead and buy your tickets today. They are going to go fast, and it's going to be an amazing conference. Can't wait. So if you want to get around and meet Carol and I and have a little bit of fun, and it is Vegas, so we're going to have a really good time there. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that inside the podcast here with Monica. And let's go ahead and get started.
So let's get Monica on the line. Hi, Monica. Welcome to the Childcare Genius podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Carol. How are you all today?
We're good.
Good. Hi, Monica. So good to see you again. One of my favorite people. I am excited to have you on. This is your second time on the Childcare Genius podcast. We wanted to bring you back, and you're without Mr. Howard today. So I feel bad that he's not on, but we have some important things that we have to discuss. So I figured we'd give him the day off. I'm sure he's relaxing and enjoying himself. But we did episode, I think, 18. So we had you on maybe a year ago or so. It's been a while since I had you on, and a lot has happened since the last time you had you on. So I want to kind of paint a picture for the audience here, a little bit about Monica Howard. So a year ago, you attended our Childcare Genius Live Leverage Conference that was the first time you had connected with Childcare Genius. And I know at that point you were struggling in your business at the time. And I want you to paint a picture for our listeners, what your life was like then for you when you first came to our conference a year ago.
Wow. Well, first, let me say thank you all for having me. Thank you all for bringing me back. Things have certainly changed. Reflecting back a year ago, I remember feeling overwhelmed, unsure about the next steps for the Sunshine Schools. And at the time, I had multiple locations, so 5 locations, but I felt like I was constantly putting out fires instead of strategically leading the business. Growth was happening, but it wasn't sustainable. And I was battling burnout. And I realized I couldn't continue to scale and provide quality care without finding new tools, perspectives, or support. So when I booked that trip to Jamaica, I can remember it today. I just didn't see it as a conference. I saw it as a lifeline because I needed some clarity, I needed a solid plan, and I needed a renewed sense of passion for what I was doing.
Wow, that's awesome. And I'm hoping you found it.
I have.
Still here, right? You're still in the business. That's a good thing. And a lot of people come to our conferences with different ideals and different thought process. Some people go to Jamaica conferences to get a little bit of a vacation and mix a little conference in. Some people go because they think it's their last chance. Like they're And I've met plenty of those people that they're just like so tired and like, will you please, you've helped other people. Can you please help me bring the joy and the fun back in childcare? I think that's a lot of people are finding now, like they're an owner burnout is like, can we bring the joy back and have, I want to have fun again. It used to be fun. Now it's a job, and owners don't do well with jobs. We like to be kind of on our own thing. So, um, it doesn't matter why you come as long as you attend, right?
Right.
Since joining coaching a year ago, Brian and I visited all of your schools, and you've been personally coached by us. How has your business and life changed in the past year?
Oh, the same way I just took this deep breath. Oh, it's incredible to think about how much has changed in 1 year. With you guys coaching me, I just didn't learn how to run my schools more efficiently. I learned how to lead with intention. I began to take a look at my business from a 30,000-foot view, understanding that it truly makes an impact. I needed to empower my team, create systems that ran independently of me, not only create those systems that were independent of me, but also making sure that those were held accountable for making sure that those systems run correctly. The transformation, of course, wasn't just in the day-to-day operations, though. Personally, I felt re-energized. I was able to focus on what I love most, which is being a visionary and advocating for children's nutrition and education. Now I work smarter, not harder, and I even found time to nurture my personal life, something that seemed impossible before. And when I talk about working smarter and not harder, one of the things that I've learned from you and Brian is how to really maximize my schedule and maximize my day, and also give my team the tools that they need to be empowered to go and do what they need to do. And if they make a mistake, it is okay. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can fix it. Let's see how we can improve what we have. And so here we are today. Things are moving well. They are seeing the growth in me, and I'm seeing the growth in them. And so together, we are making success as a team. So this past year has just been phenomenal for the Sunshine Schools, and we are living out the vision that I had initially for it 5 years ago. So here we are.
That's awesome. I remember Carol did a presentation at Vegas about the 4-hour work week, how to shed a lot of things that you don't like in your job and work only doing things you really want to do. Yeah, I remember you telling me what an impact that had. Has it been able to not work as hard? You're working smarter, not harder? Like describe what your work week is like now compared to what it was a year ago. Are you more intentional, and what's it like?
So yes, I live by my calendar, and I'm more intentional around what my workday is going to look like and the things that I focus on. I did all of my meetings, so my meeting cadence is very different. Where I'm meeting with my executive team on one day, I'm meeting with my leadership team, my directors, as a choice. So I don't have to lead that meeting anymore. They have check-in meetings that I'm not a part of. And of course, I've learned new tools that allow me to go into the meetings and get information, but I don't necessarily have to be there. So AI, of course, has been my best friend in making sure that I kind of keep up with things. But my day pretty much goes from about 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And if I choose to work a little longer, that's my choice, but it's not required of me anymore. So, and that is all thanks to Carol sharing her 4-hour work week. I mean, when I was sitting there, it was like the light bulbs were just going off. Like, why haven't you been doing this before? You pay people to do their job. You don't have to be a part of everything. Let them do their job, meet with them, and empower them. And because I have taken that approach, I've certainly seen a change, and that's been just since April. And so I'll continue on that path. And I'm a big believer, when you know better, you do better. So we're doing better because we know what we need to do to be successful. And then if it stopped working, then, I need to look at myself and see what I need to be doing differently. So thank you, Carol. I'll never stop saying thank you, because that certainly changed the way I look at my day. and I move forward, and I'm able to spend more time with my grandchildren who are spread out all across the United States as a result of that. So thank you.
And Mr. Howard has told me that he loves having his wife, a more relaxed wife at home. So he has personally thanked me for having a more chill wife, as he would say.
Yes, I am more chilled. I smile more. I enjoy the fruits of our labor more. And sometimes I just do nothing, when those times allow. But as you all know, we do need those times where we need to unplug so that we can think and come up with fresh new ideas to keep our business moving forward. And so this scheduling and just working with you all and the coaching that you've provided over the last year has certainly brought me to that place. And I can't wait to continue down this path to see what else the Sunshine Schools has in store for the world.
Well, awesome. Well, so we have an important announcement in Childcare Genius. I figured we might as well break it together with you, Monica. So, Monica, you're going to be joining our faculty at Childcare Genius University later this month.
Yay.
Hey. Monica's going to be helping Carol and me coach Dynasty clients. So we're going to be helping on our high-end level clients, people that have multiple schools trying to build a dynasty. What are you most excited about when it comes to coaching?
Wow. Well, first off, thank you all. I'm so excited to join the coaching staff in this coaching role because I know firsthand the power of guidance, mentorship, and being part of a supportive community. When I was struggling, the insight that I gained from you all helped me to shift my perspective and take my business to the next level. Now I'll have the chance to do that for others. I'm passionate about helping other childcare owners to avoid the mistakes I've made and to find their unique path to success. So I believe in creating a ripple effect. When we empower leaders, we create a positive impact that ultimately affects the children and the families they serve. So all of the individuals that I'll be able to touch and help them with their business, I'm super excited about that. And thank you all for giving me the opportunity to change lives.
You bet. And I remember I had you up speaking at one of our conferences. You did a little talk, and I'm like, you're going to be a coach on my team one day. I just love how you connected with the audience. You're one of our biggest success stories as a client. And I've been to your school, so I see how you treat your staff and your people. So you just fit right into the Childcare Genius University faculty mold. And we handpick all of our coaches. Every coach that we have, I've coached them personally for years, so I know everything about them. And I know that our clients are going to be in really good hands having you help them. And you are very successful at what you do, and you're going to help a lot of people live their best life. And duplicate what Carol has done with you on the relaxing. You're going to help other people get to that same point. So we're so excited. So thank you for being selfless, because it's not an easy job helping other people that are struggling. It's emotional, because I get close to these people, and sometimes you see them at their worst. But it's needed. And to me, it's a pay it forward thing. And I know that's with you, that's what it's going to be. And again, thank you.
Thank you.
So you're going to be one of our featured speakers at our Childcare Genius Live Conference in Las Vegas, April 14 through 16 of 2025. Why should someone buy tickets to that conference today?
Well, first of all, Las Vegas is going to be a game changer. This is more than just a conference. It's an opportunity to take your business and personal growth to the next level. The energy, the knowledge shared, the connections you'll make are invaluable. I know firsthand how transformative these events can be, because that's where I heard Carol talk about the 4-hour work week. The speakers, including myself, aren't just sharing textbook strategies. We're sharing our real life experiences in our childcare centers, lessons learned, and practical tools that you can apply immediately. Plus, it is Vegas. So you get a perfect balance of learning and fun. So if you're serious about leveling up your childcare business, then this is the event you simply can't afford to miss. So join us and let's create that next breakthrough together.
That's awesome. And tickets are on sale right now. So just go to childcaregenius.com. Under the conference tab, clicks on Childcare Genius Live. And buy your tickets today. You'll see Monica speaking on stage. And keep in mind, we do owners and directors in separate rooms. So bring your entire team with you. Owners are going to learn owner content. Directors are going to be taught director content. And Monica, you're going to be speaking in the owner room, but you're probably going to be sneaking over because your team members will probably be in the director room. So I'm sure you'll sneak it in there too, and maybe even speaking over in that room as well. I haven't put my agenda together yet, but more than likely you'll do a session over there as well. And I'm so looking forward to hearing your session because I listen to every session because we still own childcare centers, and I want to learn from everybody, and I can't wait to hear you speak. And I want to just thank you again for taking the time out of your busy life to join us today and also on our team. And I think Mr. Howard, who is amazing, he's giving you up to help other people. And, Carol was the wife of the coach when I coached for another team. So she knows what it's like. Sometimes it's not easy when you hear you can hear the calls and you hear people struggling. And I've cried with hundreds of people on calls, especially during COVID, and it's not the easiest job in the world. And to see your spouse probably struggling with people, I just know that I appreciate him for that and thank him for us. And we will see you in very shortly in Las Vegas in April. And again, if you haven't bought tickets, buy tickets today so you can see Monica. And again, thanks for joining our team. We will let you go now so you can go build that huge childcare business of yours. And we will see you soon. And thanks again for listening to the Childcare Genius podcast. Take care, Monica.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. I love Monica. She's so sweet.
She is. She's one of those people that she listens and she puts it into action. She's not one of those people that says, that's a really good idea, and then goes home and does nothing.
She's a visionary and a completer too. Usually the visionaries are not the completers. She gets it done. And Carol and I have been to both of her school, or for all of her schools.
Yeah.
And the one thing about our coaching program is our top level, Carol and I, we coach personally, and we also visit all the schools. And so we've been to all of our schools. We see how amazing they are. So what a great year we've had together, and now bringing her on our coaching staff so she could help Carol and I with our high level clients, because she is high level and has done amazing things. And she's going to help our high-end clients go to that next level as well. So we're excited about that. And again, if you have not booked your tickets for our Childcare Genius Live Conference to see Monica speak, and it is going to be dynamic, you will see her. Go ahead and go to childcaregenius.com under the conference tab, select Childcare Genius Live, and buy your tickets today, and you won't be disappointed. That concludes this episode of the Childcare Genius podcast. Thanks again for inviting us in your home so we could share a little bit of experience with you. And we're very humbled that you took the time.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a future episode of the Childcare Genius podcast. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Childcare Genius podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. Don't forget to visit our website at childcaregenius.com to see a list of services we offer to help grow your childcare business. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Childcare Genius community.